It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watch, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
And I'm Neil.
Last night we watched episode 2 of The Bachelor, season 19. The show aired on Monday, January 12th, 2015. Here's what we thought about it.
I love this show, as crazy as it is.
The shark just gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
The shark?
Yeah, the shark that the show jumping over.
It's pretty crazy. I must admit, this was probably the worst episode I've ever seen from the nutso standpoint.
I tell you where I am.
Where are you?
I miss Juan Pablo. We start with Kimberly. At the end of the last episode, they showed Kimberly walking back into the house after she didn't get a rose.
This was a Bachelor first.
Oh, yeah, of course, because this is going to be a season of firsts. So she pled her case to Chris, and Chris is allowing her to rejoin the house.
Which I thought was cool.
No, this is a bad precedent. This is a very bad precedent.
I just like the fact that he made his own rule, and he decided, based on what she said, that he would let her back in.
No, the rose ceremony should not have an appeals process. I'm sorry. Because then it just will never end. Everybody will want to say, "Do I need to talk to fill in the blank? I need to talk to this person over here. Can you please? I just didn't get a chance to spend time. Or I didn't get a chance to spend enough time with you. Or I really want to spend more time with you than you gave me." Really?
I'm just going to agree here because I don't know what else to say.
Because I speak the truth.
Yeah, you don't, but okay. I have my opinion, but I don't want to keep this going for sure.
You know, and then Fearless Host, he decides he's going to release the Kraken. And he's going to say, you know what? All those unspoken rules of seasons past, we're just going to toss those aside.
Yeah, he's goading. He's goading everybody.
Oh, but of course, because
Totally.
that was the whole point of having 30 heifers in the house.
I know.
So he not only tells them where Chris is living, he's right down there, ladies. He's just down the hill, about 50 yards away.
Was that awesome or what?
Not awesome. And then, but then
my
he
gosh.
encourages them. Oh, you know what? Just pop in if you need like a cup of sugar.
Well, like he
or
needs to give them an
you want to go through his underwear drawer or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to give them an invitation at all. Because
Good
they will just
Lord.
make that happen. Okay, I just have 2 words about this new setup.
You go for it.
Outdoor shower.
So we have the first group date.
Oh, Lord.
What am I going to say about an outdoor shower? Please
I don't know.
tell me.
React something. Isn't that
What am I gonna
this
say?
is about?
Well, yes, he has an outdoor shower.
Very cool.
It looked like a coal shower head. Personally, I would have gone with the Price Fister, but that's just me.
Yeah. It was gratuitous, but I loved it.
Yeah, of course, because it was intended for you. So we have the first group date. Jade, Tandra, Ashley I, Mackenzie, Kimberly, and Tara. They get a date card that reads, "Show me your country."
I didn't know where this was going based on that clue.
So they start with the pool party, and then immediately from the pool, they don't even bother to change clothes. They go down, they walk down to the streets of downtown Los Angeles and engage in a little tractor race.
In their bikinis, no less.
In their bikinis. Like I said, they didn't change. They didn't cover up nothing. Hey, ready, set, go. And these tractors just go.
But here's what was so great about it is none of the girls realized that a tractor is going to go really slow. They were thinking for some reason that it was going to be this all-out race.
I thought it would have been faster than it actually
Really?
went. Because,
So you've never seen a tractor
I'm
in
sorry,
action.
you could have spread broken glass all over the asphalt, and they could have run faster than these tractors were going.
So you've never seen a tractor in action, I take it.
City feller.
I'm a city girl too, though, but I've seen a tractor.
Yeah, but you do know about gas station barbecue, so you're definitely coming from a different place than I am.
Shout out to my friends in Kansas.
Yeah, there you go. So 3 days later, Ashley I won the race and got some well-placed alone time with Chris. But Chris chose Mackenzie as his little one-on-one for the evening.
Yes, and Ashley was totally disappointed about that.
Well, I think she's all right.
I think she'll be okay, but it was interesting to see how when he made the selection of Mackenzie, how down on themselves like Tara and Ashley I were. Did you notice that? They just went on and on about how they just felt so bad about themselves and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, it's the first night out of the gate. Like, he's just...
Hey, it's a recurring theme. So then on the little date that they had in the evening, Mackenzie decides to share her affinity for big noses and aliens.
Okay, she's nuts, man. What girl on the first date with a guy like Chris would just reveal just all this crazy stuff in the first... I just couldn't even believe it. I'm thinking, why would you go down that road?
Note to Mackenzie, when Chris asked you if you'd ever seen an alien, when you said, I don't know, you totally lied. And now America knows you lied.
Well, what was the funniest thing for me is after she says these two things, then she says she's wondering if she's making a good impression. I'm like, really? You have to even ask that after you've just talked about him having a big nose and aliens?
But see, even that wasn't my biggest problem with Mackenzie. My biggest problem with Mackenzie was the fact that she had a problem telling Chris about her son.
I know, it was just weird. It was a little too much angst. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He either accepts it or he doesn't.
I know, but it was like, was she ashamed of it? Was she... It was way too extreme. Like, the angst was just way too extreme. I didn't get it. But I loved how Chris handled it.
Well, how else is he going to handle it? The cameras were on.
Well, he could have said something totally different, just like she said some bizarre things. He could have, but I like the way...
She can say all the bizarre and crazy things that she wants, because he can just not give her a rose and then we never see her again. But we're stuck with Chris until the end of this show.
I'm just saying, I liked how he handled it, and I liked what he said to her about just admiring her strength and courage.
While Chris is on the group date and one-on-one date, Jillian and Megan decide that they're going to sneak down to Chris's place and look around a bit.
Yeah, this was bizarre.
Yeah, it was creepy. And the creepiest thing about it was the fact that Jillian's thong produced the first black rectangles of the season, because they were not just on her front, they were also on her back.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're blurring out. Are her shorts that low? What was going on?
Yeah, we find out the reason later.
Okay.
But that's another story in itself. I'm really, really worried about Megan.
I'm worried about a few girls after this episode.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just in context, because while she was at Chris's place, she put on his motorcycle helmet and decided to ram her head into a brick wall, a wood wall, and his refrigerator.
But why would you ram your head against 5 things? I mean, I can maybe understand trying it once, for the purpose of testing out the helmet, but why do you have to keep banging your head multiple times? It was just weird.
All that did was demonstrate that Chris's helmet cannot possibly protect an egg that's already scrambled in its shell, if you know what I'm talking about. We also find out that we have another widow in the house, Julia.
I know. This was really sad.
This was incredibly sad, and I felt really, really bad.
I did too. Just the way she was talking about it, and then, when she started to cry. I was surprised, given that we know how these girls are, that they actually wanted to talk to her about it and have a conversation and kind of share their support, which was kind of a pleasant surprise for me. This was like one of the redeeming things in the whole episode.
Yeah, because Ashley S. wasn't there. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But we find out that her husband committed suicide shortly after the birth of their daughter.
Ireland.
Julia, she's also not ready.
She's not ready either.
I think she's even more not ready than Kelsey is ready. I think Kelsey is literally on the bubble. Julia, she needed another year out.
Yeah, I agree.
The next day, there was a date card for Megan, and Megan thought that Chris was writing her a love note.
Okay, this was the dumbest thing ever, because unless Megan has never watched the show and doesn't know anything about it, how could she not know? Like, is she drunk? What's going on?
Fearless host wasn't making any bones about the fact that there was going to be a lot of alcohol consumption during this season, and we're seeing it.
I know, but when you get a card that says Megan, blah, 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 that's the one-on-one date.
Well,
I mean, they had to basically stop the whole thing, and somebody had to come over and go through it with her with Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, this is just the second episode. What are we going to do?
They drove to the airport.
They flew to Vegas.
Then they took a helicopter to the Grand Canyon, and they had a little picnic lunch.
Which was so cool. I loved this part.
And then we find out that shortly before she was accepted to be on the show, her father had a sudden heart attack, massive heart attack, and he died.
This was awful too. Like, two really sad things. You don't usually have that much sadness in one Bachelor episode.
Well, it was to compensate for that which is coming.
Well, this is true, my friend.
Because even the Bachelor needs balance.
I don't know if we achieved that, that's for sure.
You know, it wasn't a big surprise that she got a rose, and I was happy that she got the rose.
Right? They had a great conversation. They were so good together.
The manipulation is where I have the problem with this show, but that's another story in itself.
I know you do. But I just loved their date. I thought it was a really great date. She seemed like she really appreciated what they were doing, and just seeing them experience all of those things together, the plane, the helicopter, and Grand Canyon and stuff. I just thought that was really cool.
That was nice. That would be a good date.
Right?
And it's approachable. It's not the squeeze in New Zealand. That night was the second group date. And on this group date, there was Kelsey, Trina, Alyssa, Tracy, Jillian, Becca, Amber, Ashley S., Julia, Caitlin, and Britt.
Have you ever seen a group date with that many girls?
Yeah. They did it last year when they went dancing in Seoul.
I don't remember if there were 10, though.
See, once again, all of those things from last year are permanently etched in my brain. I can't extract them. So, yes, I will be happy to remind you of all of the events that occurred last year.
All right.
I'm sorry, but Night of the Living Heifers was a total cheese fest. The whole thing with the zombies and all of these screaming memes in the limo with the cameras. Jeez.
It's just weird. I mean, I would have been scared, yes. But once you figured out what was going on, I don't think I would have kept screaming.
That didn't stop a couple of them from taking an extra shot or two of liquid bravery before they got out of the limo.
Shot or two? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Amber was dropping them back, man.
Oh, let me tell you, everybody was dropping them back. Like, I have never seen this much tomfoolery with the drinking. It was off the charts.
I'm a little concerned, though.
About?
I haven't seen Ashley S. drink yet.
I know. You know what? I'm sorry, but I think she's got a prescription drug thing going on.
She's got something going on?
Because it's a total disconnect.
Yeah. All the screaming Mimi's in the limo, and Ashley is just surprisingly calm.
Right.
She's just looking out the window. Oh.
And then when they start doing the whole shooting the zombie things, she's actually going up to the people, the zombies, the people that are playing the zombies, and shooting them at point blank range and then kicking them to make sure they're dead.
But let's give her a little credit. That's after she found out that she can't actually shoot her teammates.
Oh, I know. Wasn't that weird?
Oh.
Totally bizarre.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All I have to say is during her little disassociative episodes, I was feeling tons and tons of Waja.
I know, right? She was like slurring. She was incoherent. She was talking about boom, something like, what's your biggest fear?
Yeah, are we in a dome?
Where did that even come from?
And she walked into the little filming session with Chris. I mean, really?
It was so weird.
But regardless of all that, don't be surprised if she ends up on Bachelor in Paradise this summer.
Oh, you know she's going to.
Oh, God, yes.
If they can get her released from the hospital in time.
Thank you. Just saying.
Well, okay, the biggest thing I have to say about this part of the episode was Chris looked super manly in his goggles with his paint gun.
Are you waiting for a reaction from me?
Something. Just give me something.
I'm glad you felt that way.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, moving on.
Because really, we are doing this for you.
I know. And I love it.
I like that Britt, Kelsey, and Caitlin were together on a team.
Yeah.
Because Britt can be the bait, Caitlin can knock him out, and then Kelsey can mourn.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, Britt's value is rising every minute.
Right? I love their time together.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, free kiss card I thought was so cute.
That was darling.
It was cute!
It was darling. I said so. There you go. And Chris and I are absolutely on the same track because I told him before he announced his selection.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Telepathically?
Yeah. Give the group date rose to Caitlin and call Britt first in the rose ceremony.
Gotcha.
And that's exactly what he did. And I called it.
I loved it.
Jordan is a drunkity drunk.
Okay, Jordan is like, she was drunk through the whole episode. I mean, I loved her dress at the cocktail party. Don't get me wrong. That was an awesome dress. But she was so drunk and totally not making any sense. And when she had that driveling conversation, whatever that was with him, about how much she wanted to make out, then she didn't even kiss him.
Oh, but I will give Jordan credit when she said that Jillian had the hairiest ass she's ever seen on a woman.
Okay, that was so crazy.
Which actually explains the black rectangles.
Oh my gosh.
On both the back and the front.
Well, yeah, if they didn't want to show her hairy butt, I don't know.
Hairy butt there, and it's like, baby, get a razor.
So bad.
You got to whack them weeds. It's just.
You can't tell me she doesn't know.
I don't think she cares. When I hear you talk about the whole point of the Bachelor franchise being about finding love, I know I'm a skeptic because you've got the cameras and you've got the advertising revenue and you've got the editing and you've got the manipulation of situations and stuff. To me, The Bachelor was, is, and always will be about making money.
Okay.
If you need proof, there is no more damaging evidence of that fact than Ashley S.
Well, I will say, I texted a friend of mine after watching the episode and kind of put, I can't believe that he picked Ashley S. after all of that. And I actually said, and I quote,
Go for it.
I think the show is rigged. Pause for reaction.
Oh my gracious.
Right?
A little Bachelor blasphemy for the day.
Seriously,
Wow.
my friend texted me back and she says, you think?
Thank you.
Which totally cracked me up. But I wanted to be sure and tell you that.
Liz, you're the last one on the boat.
Oh,
Okay?
I know.
Like
I'm just a holdout.
all of the cabins are full.
I know.
We're running low on provisions.
I'm telling you. The eternal optimist. I'll admit it.
And you know what? Hey, I'm sorry that this had to happen to you like that, but I'm sorry. If their goal was, as they say, about finding love, then there is absolutely no reason that she should have been picked for this show in the first place.
Just, when Chris said her name, I gasped along with all the other girls, but in my mind I was like, okay, there's no way he would have done that if he was really just picking the girls that he was interested in.
Yeah, the shark has turned into a whale.
Ugh.
I'm just saying.
So disappointing. Because I really want Chris to find a really cool girl on this show. I really do. I want that to happen in the end. But the fact that this whole thing went down with Ashley S., it's just, ugh.
You bring Kimberly back on.
Exactly.
And then you keep Ashley and kick Kimberly a second time?
And that was my biggest thing. How could he have kept Ashley S. and let Kimberly go again? And poor Kimberly, like her departing speech.
And Kimberly's a yoga instructor, my God. Flexibility, man. What are you thinking?
Oh, you had to go there.
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
Because you know what? They already did.
Ashley I and the belly button lamp ring.
Oh my God.
Right? Was that the most awkward kissing scene you've ever seen, ever?
I didn't look. I was too busy drinking my Cointreau Noir.
Oh my God. It was like, it was painful to watch. Like, I don't even have words to say. It was so bad. Her kissing was so bad. I thought, oh, please, somebody help her, because
hello, virgin.
She's gonna stay a virgin if she doesn't get some tips and quick.
Yeah, because, man, practice helps.
When Chris called Julia's name and Jillian kind of stumbled forward and then tripped on the rug and laughed like Woody with the Woodpecker.
Yeah.
Okay, that was painful, awkward, embarrassing. I don't even know how many more adjectives I can say.
Once again, Kimberly got sent home and he kept
Jillian.
Rain Woman.
Yes, he did.
And he kept the drunkity drunk.
Tara's speech at the end, that was probably the saddest speech I think I've heard on this show.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I felt for her, really. Because she can't see herself, right? If you're going to get that drunk in the first episode of the show and then continually talk about how nobody ever picks you, you know, she's not connecting what's going on with her own actions, obviously. But it was just sad to know that anybody feels that way. It's
kind of one of those self-fulfilling prophecies because it wasn't a good idea for her to drink as much as she did. I know she's good friend with Jack Daniels and Johnny Walker.
A little too good.
You know, all them folks. I know she's good friends with them. But, you know, she could have just, like, stuck to texting or something and not just brought them along, you know. So this rose ceremony, we had to say goodbye illicit, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, me too.
Drunkity drunk Jordan is gone.
Thank God. She's checking into rehab.
Kimberly's gone again.
Oh, that was so sad.
I know. And I feel bad for her.
She just seems like a quality girl, right?
Well, I don't know about quality.
She was articulate. She knew how to express herself.
She could speak in complete sentences, unlike Ashley S.
She wasn't a drunkity drunk.
She wasn't a drunkity drunk.
You know what I mean? She was enjoying the experience, which I think was great. I just wish she would have been able to stick around a little longer.
A little longer, yeah. Because I'm sorry, they could roll Amanda back. Because I think that would be a whole lot better than keeping Ashley S. I don't know why he kept Ashley S. That's just friggin' crazy.
And I'm sure that's going to be one of the questions they ask later. So I can't wait to hear what his answer is.
Why did you keep her? She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. Can't you tell that the heifer is crazy? We said goodbye to Tandra after she came in on that motorcycle. Didn't hear nothing from her.
Yeah.
So whatever. And Tara, of course. But, you know, once again, self-fulfilling prophecy there.
Yeah.
So next week, I don't care.
I do. I'll be here, Neil.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @did_you_watch_it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.